Welcome back guys, I am Deepak Unyal. In previous tutorial we have discussed how to use the constructor, and we have discussed two type of constructor. One is default constructor, another is parameterized constructor. Even in default constructor we have learned about two ways. One was implicit way, another was explicit way. We also discussed why using these member function to set some value is better than another way where we are directly accessing the, or where we are directly setting the value of a variable. So in this lecture guys, what we are going to discuss, we are going to separate these files, separate this file into two parts. Why we are going to do so? So let us first understand this class. As we have talked about reusability in our previous program as well. So as we have a class definition, class student, if this class is packaged properly or written properly, we can reuse this class in some other programs as well. But in our program, as we can see, we have a main function here. And if you want to import this whole file or whole class in another program, that will give us an error. And what that error will be, that we have two main functions, because when another user or when some user is trying to write some program or including this file into his program, he will be having one main function already in that program, and one function will come from this file. So in that way, C++ compiler will give us a compiler error that there can't be two main functions, because the compiler will be confused in which main function he need to choose between these two. So what we will be doing in this lecture or tutorial, will be separating these two things, or separating these two files into different files. So what we can do, this is same file. So I will copy the content of this whole file into separate file, or I will name this file as constructor dot, this should be our header file. Declare another file and save this file as main.cpp. So what I am going to do, I will write this main program, or I will write this main function into main.cpp. But we need to, if I am using cout or cin here inside this function, so I need to include iostream, but as I am not using, so I don't need to include that header file. What header file I will be including is constructor.h. constructor.h. One thing you can understand here, or one thing you can notice here, that we are using double quotes for including header files. If I include iostream, I use angular brackets. So what is the difference between these two? In first case, when I am using double quotes and I am including some header file, in this case the compiler will look in current directory. So the compiler will first look into current directory. I should write this. And if definition is not found, it will go to standard library or directory of standard library, and from there it can include the header file. But in second case, let me make it multi-line comment so that easy to write. But in second case, what happens, compiler will, or in case of Angular brackets, I mean to say, compiler will directly go to directory of standard library and include the header file. So what happens if I write has include double quote or Angular bracket constructor dot h? So what will be the effect of this? So let us try to understand with the help of this statement. Thus, for this statement, it will go to standard folder, and there it will not find this header file, and the compiler will give error. And what happens if I write has include a string in double quotes like this? So will it give any error? And answer is no, this will not give any error. This will work perfectly. But what will happen? It will first go to current directory. It will search for the header file iostream, and then it will go to standard library. So the extra read and write that will happen while searching for this header file in current directory will be an overhead. So we should avoid this. We will be always writing this in Angular brackets, because we know that it is in a standard folder, and for this header file constructor.h will always write in double quotes, because we know that we need to include this file from the current directory. So now we can try to run this program. First let us see which two files are there. I can see here nano main.cpp. So this is the file I have made, main.cpp, and I am including constructor.h there. What is constructor.h? It is same file, right? So now let us compile the file, or let me see if there is any other a.out file there. I will remove this a.out. Now I should not have any a.out file. Now compile the file main.cpp and check it again. Now we have a.out file. Run it, and this runs successfully. It says invalid age, setting age to default value 10 and student age 10. From where it comes, if I go to first I am trying to set -1. So for that it says invalid age, and so it's set to 10 and student age is 10. What I can do, I can set a correct age, maybe 30. File is saved. Go back, try to compile it again. Now try to run this program, and it gives student age equal to 30. So what we have achieved through this, we have achieved the bigger point, that is reusability. And now I can include this file anywhere in our program. and it will not give us any error. We could try this in the way we was already doing. Let us suppose there is some main function here. Now try to include this file in this main function. I will try to show you what errors it gives us, and it gives us an error that in int main, redefinition of int main. So as we have already discussed that there should not be two main functions inside a program. So one main function is here, one main function is here. So to make any class reusable, define the class in separate file. There is one more shortcoming or drawback in this file which we will be discussing later, but I think it's enough for this lecture, guys. If you have any doubt, or if you have any doubt regarding this reusability, please you can write me a mail at theeasyconcepts@gmail.com, or you can put it in the comments. Thank you so much.